Hi there guys, and welcome to the first video that I've made in almost 8 months. Now, as I said, we are going to be playing Total War Attila. So without further ado, let's get into it. So what I want to do in this is play the Grand Campaign. There's a lot more choice in Attila of the factions that you can play. I'm thinking of playing as Saxons. Now, I am running a modded version of the game. I'm running the updated graphics for leaders, so the leaders look slightly better in this version. I'm also running the actual flags of the people, so custom banners, and I think I have... oh yeah, there's a mod for the shields of barbarian kingdoms, nomadic tribes, and eastern empires. Because basically in the standard game you only have 3 shields designs really on average. This opens up to hundreds, so it can be amazing inside battles. So we're going to play as the Saxons. Their faction leader is Gewis, I think it is. They're Germanic pagans, and their backstory is their distance from the heart of the Roman Empire shrouds the Saxons in mystery, granting them the freedom to pillage and conquer as they please. While other barbarians fight over the scraps of the decaying Western Empire, the Saxons look to its northern provinces. Neglected and drained of troops, Britannia is especially tempting as a target, having faced Saxon raids before. When the usurper Maximus commandeered its defenders, since then the Saxons have continued to be a thorn in Rome's side. A series of fortresses, the Saxon Shore, has even been established to guard against them, a minor obstacle to a well-marshalled and determined Saxon kingdom. Their cultural trait is New Kingdoms, which gives them minus 50% on building conversion rate, and they also get Saxon Shore, which gives them plus 100 income for every 10% damage caused to a settlement during a battle, and integrity plus 4 when raiding. So overall a pretty strong faction, but compared to other races they are a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Average. They're not specifically overpowered, but they're definitely not underpowered. They've got good horsemen, they've got access to Germanic units as well as Scandinavian units. So yeah, I'm quite confident we can do well with the Saxons. So we're going to set the difficulty to Legendary. No manual saves are allowed in the campaign. Orders can't be issued whilst the battle is paused, and obviously it makes enemies very, very difficult to fight. So let's get into it.
The air was filled with smoke and blood. Rome was weak. The tribes grew in strength and number. Their roots went deep, and they felt the earth's blood pounding through the land. But their borders were threatened, for a great storm raged in the east. One by one, the tribes scattered as seeds in the wind. And behold, a red horse, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. The blood of their kin would be avenged. Great hunters, they tempered their blades in Roman blood, and saw their once mighty walls reduced to dust. They made ready for war. The South is in turmoil, distracted by petty conflict, and the westward migration of the Huns. Therefore you should look elsewhere for opportunities. Rome has all but lost its grip on Britannia, ever threatened by Celtic aggression, so you should have no trouble establishing a presence there. A long cold creeping from the north is also driving its men into action. They are formidable warriors, and could pose a great threat should they raid or attempt to conquer the mainland. Better, perhaps, to take the fight to them instead. Fight, win, and prevail, so the Saxons can carve their place in the annals of history.
Okay, well, that was quite the introduction. So, by the looks, we can tack up here. We could head for Britannia, but if we did that... Oh, cool, I've got a nice ship here. But if we did that, I would probably want to kill the Franks, in all honesty. Because I don't particularly like the Franks anyway. We do start with some pretty standard infantry. Nothing amazing. Nordic band, they're pretty terrible. So we don't probably want to be fighting with them, especially since they're not actually seafaring units. They're basically just an army on a boat. These guys are pretty much exactly the same. For buildings, we've got a small city. We've got a granary, which is giving us sanitation and food. And we've got a farmstead. Probably want horses, so get some pastures. Expand the city. Maybe for public order, get a town centre. Or maybe we should get an artisan. And that would give us Nordic band, but artisan can be upgraded to give us onagers and archers and things like that. Or we put a hunter's shrine. It reduces our food though. I think what we'll get is hunting grounds. Gives us food, gives us some money, gives us some resource production for trade. For these guys, I'll wait until... Oh, wow, we can get warhounds, that's easy. Wow, okay. Let's get like 4 warhounds. Get another Saxon spears. And... maybe some pikemen? Yeah, that looks not too shabby. And then if we go into here, usually I like to do the civic tree first, mostly because you can get things like public order +1 in all your provinces, sanitation, you know, there's loads of benefits for the places you've already taken, whereas the militarized is, you know, if you're, you know, about to go on a campaign, which really in the first few turns we probably don't want to do. Probably want to build up our resources, build up our armies, get them together, and then go for a battle. So what I'll do is I'll research the civic tree up here. Then we'll do community property, then labour service, then craft specialisation, and then local traditions, which will give us our public order, which means when we leave the city, we'll be able to have better public order, which means there's less chance of rebellion or upset that the army's gone. After that, we'll study regional defence force, Roman logistics system, military manoeuvres, and militarised society, which will be quite good, that one, because that'll give us -10% for melee infantry unit upkeep cost. Plus it'll give us access to a smithy, which will allow us to upgrade our horses with weapons and make them faster by better horseshoes, etc. So that's the tree that we'll go for in this first turn. We've got a big army coming out here. This army that's at sea, see if we can get them onto land anywhere, because I don't want to land in these guys' territory because they're a bit dodgy with that. Yeah, let's do this. So that'll get them onto land, and then we can run them round like this. And that'll take 2 turns. What have they got? Salian Frankish Lancers, Germanic Bows, Germanic Levy. They've got better units than us, so I'll give them that just now. Yeah, let's have a look at diplomacy and see who likes us and who doesn't. The Angles. Okay. Game of Thrones reference right there. Let's see if we can get a trade agreement. Okay, that's good. So we got some trade. The Varnians don't like us very much. They're deteriorating. We can't get trade with any of these guys. The Western Roman Empire we're obviously at war with. The Franks don't like us for some reason. Cultural aversion, trespasses against them, agent actions, trespasses against the Langobards. Okay, usually you find the Langobards and Franks don't like each other because the Langobards usually go to war with the Alamans, and because they're allies at the start, they usually don't like them. Fair enough. The Danes are pretty neutral. They got the only thing they have against us is the trespasses against them. And that gives us minus 39 with them. Jeez oh. Alamans are deteriorating, but they're only going to -1, so they're pretty neutral. The Caledonians are improving, so that's pretty good. And that's all we know for now, to be honest. We haven't really seen these guys. I know the Geats are here, the Utes are here, Western Roman Empire, which will eventually become Britain. The Dani are here, Caledonians here, Picts here. Over here is the Burgundians. So I know who's around us, but we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. So what I'll do now is just end my turn. Oh, assign a provincial governor. Well, since this guy's the heir, we'll put him as the governor, and we'll issue... Religious influence isn't really needed because, as you can see, we're 85% Germanic pagan, so there's no point in that. Research rate and public order, maybe. Unit experience for all recruits, that'd be quite good. Our construction cost minus 10% and growth plus 10. We don't really need to expand the city that much, so maybe we'll go for warrior rights, because that'll give those units that we're recruiting some extra experience, and when the other army comes across, they'll be able to, if we reinforce them all, because I don't know, we've got 626 anticipated next turn. And these guys are only 49, 162. Yeah, I think we'll scrape it. Yeah, we'll be able to afford that, so that's okay. We'll have more food incoming as well to support them from here and here. So, okay, now we can end our turn. Okay, so these guys have been recruited. We've got some war dogs. Our research is still getting done. I want to get these guys over here as fast as possible because the Franks are going to go to war with us because we're in their territory and they already don't like us for being in their territory. So we'll have to wait and see. Now we're in our territory, that's better. It means if we retreat, we're going to come close to the city. And obviously our city has some pretty good guards. I mean, we've got Nordic warlords, some Nordic levies, some Saxon spears, Nordic band, Nordic brigands, and Nordic skirmishers. So it's got some good defences. And if we want to upgrade again, we have to go all the way down here to bailiffs, but also we're doing our other research just now. So we're back in our territory with our two armies. We have started our research tree. We have started expanding our city to give us more resource production, food, and wealth. And also we're going to unlock the recruitment of horses, which I'm going to put into this army. What else have we done? We've got a trade agreement with the Angles. We'll just quickly see if anyone else is starting to like us a bit more. I have to watch our south. The Langobards don't like us very much. The Franks are still deteriorating. Varnians are improving, so that's good. That means our east should maybe be a bit better. Let's see if we can get a non-aggression pact with these guys.
There's food enough. Yes.
Cool. With the Alamans.
To you. I trust you. I cannot.
No. What if we offer them a little bit of money?
Tongue that speaks without wisdom is not welcome. Be like a spear and have a point. This is fair.
Okay, that's good. So we're getting non-aggression pacts, which is...
I'm sure you have many pleasantries for me, but
pretty good.
Please don't.
So I'll offer them 300, and I'll try and arrange a marriage. Okay, he doesn't want to give over his daughter,
I can sense that.
but we've got non-aggression. So that's pretty good. So everybody who's remotely happy with us is not going to attack us basically in this turn. So it's the Langobards, the Varnians, and the Franks who have to worry about. So south, east, and west. The Western Roman Empire isn't really a threat, even though they're strength ranking 1. They're aggressive, expansionist, and apparently they don't like Eastern Romans, even though they're allied. Okay. They've got so many fights going on. The Caledonians will be attacking them, the Adani will be attacking them, places like Hispania will be rebelling. In Africa you'll have places like the Gautilians and the Maurentians attacking. So they have enough of their own problems, plus obviously the threat of the Huns coming from down there, the Gepids, etc. The Vandals will eventually be attacking them, so we aren't threatened on any level by them. But the Franks, the Varnians, and the Langobards we have to watch out for. Varnians may be improving with us, but they're definitely not happy with us. And even though they haven't discovered the Sassanids, apparently they admire them, so there we go. Anyway guys, that'll wrap up episode 1 of this series into our Legendary Saxon campaign. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and let me know what you think we should do next. Should we attack the Franks first, the Varnians, maybe the Langobards? Or should we just build up our armies, expand their city, and wait for them to make the first move? Anyway, while you guys are commenting down below, I will just say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.